Hey, everybody. Sorry. Came in with a cough. So I just finished eating dinner and somehow got like a bit of a scratched throat because of it. But hey, welcome to the stream. Today I am going to make a little bit of animation. Now, what kind of animation I want to make, I have no real idea yet. So I'm just gonna try to come up with something in my brain, just like, I don't know, just do like, I don't know, come up with something in my brain. Hold on a second. I'm just gonna reply something in the Discord. Hold on a second. Sorry, guys. I'll be right there. Okay. All right. So I still have no idea what to do, but what I want to do is okay. I was thinking like a thought crossed my mind that maybe I should do something like a what do you call this? A my God, brain not working right now. intro, an intro animation of of a new intro animation for myself, right? A thought crossed my mind about that, but then I had a thought, what if I draw some other VTuber in action? Because one thing is that despite my own design and my own look and all that, I kind of have a bit of trepidation in about drawing myself. I feel like this is me. This is just me. I feel like there's a certain amount of a egotisticalness to drawing myself, but I really shouldn't feel like that, because generally, like, you know, it's a design, right? My superhero look is a design and all that. I could just easily just like draw myself without a problem, but somehow I still have that feeling. So if I were to draw an animation of another VTuber, like, I'm thinking now, it's like, who would I draw? You know, who would I draw? For another VTuber, I mean, I guess I could try drawing. No. I kind of want to draw my friends, if anything. Like, I don't want to go like popular VTuber, like overly popular VTuber kind of thing. I mean, not to say that I don't have friends that's overly popular. Harune and Moe are my friends as well, and they're pretty popular. Then what would I draw? What would I animate them doing? My friends, I mean. Yeah, that's the question right now. I have no idea what we're animating. That's what I'm like. What would we animate? Your friends eating donuts. That would be cute. Having tea. I feel like I want to draw something more Sakuga-ish though. Being Sakuga being more like high action, like super high paced action animation. I never really, is the thing, I've been thinking about this the whole day since I forgot. I mean, I tweeted about it, how I forgotten that this was supposed to be 12 hours ago. This stream was supposed to be 12 hours ago, but I forgot about it. Then I was like, okay, I'll postpone it till tonight. Doing their special attacks. Yeah, that's actually a great idea. And the one question now is, which friend do I animate? That's the one question I have that's like mostly in my mind since 12 hours ago. Like, okay, let's try to do a little bit of like sketch here. All of them. No, I mean, I like to. Oh shoot! Sorry, my bad. I forgot to set the timeline and the animation folder. There you go. See, I like to separate. I mean, you know this, Argama. You do some animations yourself. I like to separate the characters to their own layers, kind of thing, right? Hold on. I'm gonna go smaller so that I can sort of like do more of a full body thing. But it has to be smaller than this because we want it to end up here, kind of thing. All right, I'm just gonna draw the sketch right now. I don't know who I'm drawing. I'm drawing the sketch, but the figure definitely shows female figure. So we're drawing a female, I guess. Hold on. Animation. Okay, it means the legs will be here, going a little bit higher, while this one is moving forward like that. And this hand will be here. This hand will be here. Running and walking animation. Hey, pending. It's Pikachu. Running and walking animation is something that I've done so much that I literally can do the keyframes from it easily enough. Then the hit will be higher here, as there's gonna be a slight jump. Funny got a girly figure. Like that. So you can see here. Toot 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 toot. I wish Rafung were here to see that, to read that. That'd be freaking amazing. Then we'll have it like this, where this one is almost moving forward. Hands going a little bit down. So now you can see dut, 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 dut. And we're gonna go forward a little bit more. Oh wait, this should be more like that. Yeah, there you go. Should put it more forward, like more like that. Okay. So then we'll have it here. So it's a toot 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 toot. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of different here, because I want it to be like a sliding moment over here kind of thing. So instead of landing a run like usual, no wait, that means the keyframe here needs to be changed, not the next one. The next one's too far. Okay, because this one is the jump. See, when you do a run, right, you have this keyframe that's like this, and then there's gonna be a jump keyframe that's like that. Because every time you run, there is one moment that you have both legs in the air, not touching the ground. So that happens during a jump. So this is the moment that has to be the jump, because this is when the leg's on the ground and it jumps forward to do a slide. Sakuga moments. And the hand, which was arcing back, would still be going to the back like this, but with a slightly different pose. Well, this hand is to the front. Again, I have no idea who I'm drawing here. I wish I do know that. But we'll figure it out after the sketch is done. Let's get the sketch done first. So we're like doot 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 here. And there'll be a slight land here. You know what? Maybe in the end, I'll just like, who would move like this? I think that leg should come up and kick someone in the face. I think in the end, I might just reshape the character when I clean it up and just draw myself anyway. Make it you. Hey, you know what? That's not a bad idea. That is actually not a bad idea. Oh, but I recently animated Yui though. I would like to animate someone else. I was commissioned by Yui to do a little animation for her music video. Since the music video is on her channel, I guess I can show the animation a little bit. I will now show the animation to all of you. And hold on a second. So yeah, I was commissioned by Yui to do this little animation for her music, for her cover video, which is just, you know, her jumping and then, you know, transforming from, oh my god, why is it leggy? It's supposed to be smoother than this, but it's leggy as heck. Yeah. I don't know why it's leggy. It's not showing the frames one by one as it should. So it'd be like this. No, not that I. When I looked at the animation on the video, though, thanks, Pending. I feel like this part here I could have made faster. By the way, as she's flipping up, she's changing from version 1.0 to 4.0. Yep, her jacket changed colors. And then you can see there Alto Yui popping out of her. And boom. But yeah, the whole idea is that... Oh my god, why are you laggy? I don't get it. Oh, it's black? Oh, okay. I don't know why the animation's so laggy though. That's kind of bizarre. Anyway, yeah, the idea is that Yui was changing from her 1.0 model and she flips up. She's in the middle of a flip. She becomes 2.0, then 3.0, and landed with a 4.0, with her 4.0 model. Then anyway, back to this animation. Let's see. I guess we can go with 2 frames. Yeah, let's go with 2 frames, and then we'll figure it out whether it's good or not. But like I said, I might just change the form to just draw myself anyway. Oh wait, no. Okay. Put it here. And land it like that. This is the big leg here. Hey, Benny. Like that. So later on, I'll put in I'll put in a layer of, you know, smoke as it's sliding forward like this. So like. Now I might change this to go further in, so that the slide can be much further off, kind of thing. There you go. So it's like running away from a ghost. Yeah, the form is starting to look more and more manly as I'm finishing this up. Like a pose, yeah. From female form, and in the end is more like a male form here. Sorry, dying. Anyway, I think I will change it to a male form now. Just didn't work out as a female form in the end of it. This frame became a male form. That fits Mickey. So it'll be like this. Okay, basically the keyframes are done, so you guys can see it. Was like I might make a small go like this. Yeah. I have no idea, Benny. No idea. Try not to think about things like that too much. Alright, so you know what? Let's just draw me. I'll start it as a part of my intro animation. Devil as a part-timer is a good example of a reverse isekai. That is true. That is very true. I mean, it's high time I start doing a new intro animation for my, for my streams. Let me see my glove there. Okay. Oh my god, this is gonna take forever. I just realized, like, oh no, this one has a lot of this costume has a lot of details. Hey, Mad Fox, that is you, isn't it, Alex? Welcome. I'm doing good, thanks for asking. I haven't seen you in the YouTube neck in a long while. Welcome back. So yeah, okay. So yeah, I decided I'm just gonna draw myself. I'm the one running and sliding in the end. Anime opening. Oh no, wait. Maybe not. Anime opening's too difficult. Let's just do a simple animation of me just sliding. I'm too lazy to do like a full anime opening for my streams. Make it pom. The forum is there. So, okay. This is just the keyframe though. We're not going into the full. We're probably gonna be able to do sketches of the in-betweens, but probably not gonna be cleaning up or coloring today. Do like I do and work on it bit by bit. Yeah, I know that, but see, Argama, the big difference here is I'm lazier than you by a lot. Oh no, Benny, Shadow Ace, who have streamed so many times already. I don't wanna give him that much power. Giving him that much power is dangerous. Also, I just realized something. Even if I were to do a full, let me see. Yeah, I can hardly see the detail of it as well. Might not have been a good idea after all. To do it on the same layer, I mean, to do this darker shade of pencil on the same layer. Like maybe I should have done it in a different. Hey, sir. How's it going?
I'm good, thank you. We were debating whether or not we wanted to disturb you. We're just like,
yeah,
and
no.
then it's like, let's do it.
Let's do it.
So I just hopped in.
Hey,
Yeah,
welcome. Hello.
How you doing?
Doing okay. I was debating earlier like who to animate.
Are you animating yourself?
Yeah, I decided to animate myself.
I think that's good. When in doubt, animate yourself.
Yeah, when in doubt, yourself.
Also, hey everybody, I got Swiren and Pending joining me right now.
And also Roku.
Oh, Roku's here too? And Harane as well?
Yep.
Oh, okay, hey everybody.
Well, Harane is typing. Roku's
Yes.
not response. Well, Roku's also muted.
I'm here.
But yeah.
I can
he was
almost
muted.
hear
You were
him.
muted.
You can
We could
almost
almost
hear.
hear. We could almost hear him.
You got the animation stream the
With,
opening.
with a special guest appearance from my keyboard. I hope that's okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
Thank
but-
you.
Rapid typing of keyboards.
Yeah, I have a lot of work still.
No.
But anyway, what was I in the topic in the stream? Oh right, I was talking about how like you know, doing like a full because Argama right now, if you guys want to know, is in the process of doing a full animation anime opening style intro for streams and everything.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but she's doing it little by little, bit by bit, scene by scene kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then she says, because I was like saying, I'm probably not gonna do something like that for myself. I'm probably just gonna do like a simple animation intro, like I did my old one. And then, yeah, the hair, the live 2D.
And then she dared you.
Yeah. No. And then she said to me, it's like, just do like I do it bit by bit. And I'm like, yeah, but the big difference that I'm lazier.
That true.
Argama is so hardworking that, you know.
She is super hardworking.
Yeah. I've loved seeing like her animations recently.
Yeah, the ones you see that she's been doing, those are
Yeah,
actually
I
for
love,
the anime opening she's doing for own
Oh,
stream.
really?
Yeah, the coffee one.
Is the coffee with the vending machine?
Yep, the coffee with the vending machine. That's one of the
That's-
scene.
That's really cute. That's one's really cute. I like looking at Coffee's different facial expressions during that.
Yep, it's really good. I really enjoyed Argama's animation stream lately.
I
Though,
really like animations. I actually tried to commission her, but it's like it's a lot of work. And I'm like, and she's like, find somebody else. Okay. I go find somebody else. It's like it like, you know, her animated starting soon screen. She's like, it took me 100 hours. And I'm
Oh,
like, okay,
yeah,
fine.
the
I'll
one-
go get somebody else.
the one with the eating in front of the donut shop one, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Okay, I'll go get somebody else. Sorry, Argama. Thanks. And she's like, yeah. Here's somebody I recommend. Here you go. Go to someone else, please.
No, it's understandable because you know it does take. I mean, that's why even though I'm like, if someone want to ask me for an intro animation, I'm probably gonna be like, yeah, maybe not.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Like,
I mean, understandable. Yeah,
Mhm.
understandable. But yeah, it's a shame because I really like her animation. It's so pretty.
Yep. She's really
but-
good at animation. The best
but I
part is
understand.
she's not even trained for it, so it's quite amazing. I
Yeah.
gotta say.
But I totally understand. Like, even for me, if I do like those animated gifs, like emotes, just that is just taking me hours to just do one simple emote. So I can totally understand how, you know, how difficult it would be for someone
Yeah.
to do like a fully animated opening sequence.
Yep.
I think the laser eyes took you a few hours because you did that one on stream, right?
Yeah, that one took me a few hours. That one took me like 2 hours or so, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And but then again, I'm not as like, you know, like familiar when I did that with like
Clip Studio Pins animation, yeah, at the time, right?
yeah, well, with animation in general.
Mhm.
I think those were one of my first attempts at animation.
Ah.
Yeah. So, I had a general idea of like, you know, the type of things that would happen in an animation sequence simply because like, you know, watching so much anime does help.
Yeah,
that
it
sort of,
does.
You know,
It
in
does.
that sense, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
But like, yeah, but then you know, when it comes to actual animating, it was like, you know, the scenes and the whatchamacallit,
The keyframes.
the keyframes and that
Yeah.
sort of thing. Those like sort of eluded me
Mm-hmm.
until like one time
Mm-hmm.
I actually went to, well, not went. So people know I studied voice acting, right?
Yep.
So my voice acting school actually had like, you know, like other classes, like other majors. One of the majors was animation,
Oh, okay.
or illustration and animation.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a summer event where they invited.
Oh, they
No, not
showcase.
invited.
They showcase
Well,
the.
not showcase. No, not so much. So no, it was a summer event from like a university. No, not a university. Like a gifted school from Texas, America.
Oh, okay.
That came to do like a summer camp at our school.
Mm-hmm.
And their students, like was doing like a summer camp thing in animation. Basically.
I see.
And I was asked to do translation basically.
Oh.
So yeah, I was a translator for the whole week and a half.
Mm-hmm.
That the summer camp was happening.
Yep.
And during that time, simply because even if it wasn't my major, I was I had to translate for the teacher and for the students and so on and so forth. So I learned a lot about like keyframes and animation in general during that time, simply because
it was like the thing that was like being because you have to translate it and all that.
Yeah.
So really, that would help. That would help because it will
so
give you the knowledge of it.
So I learned a little bit more about not translation, about art, and animation and that sort of thing. The teacher actually asked me like, hey, do you want to change majors to animation to me? Simply because afterwards we myself and there was another assistant translator. I was the main person. Which was really strange. I was the main translator, and yet there was an assistant translator who was majoring in animation.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, I was more familiar with English than they were. I guess that was the reason.
Yeah.
Anyways, so and then the two of us we decided to draw thank you cards for the students and for the teachers who came in to join the program, and the teachers and saw me draw, and he's like, oh hey, you know how to use all these programs, and you, and then he was like, because their animation program is one of the more antiquated ones. They're it was literally frame by frame. Draw it in pencil
and paper kind of thing,
in red and blue for shadows and light.
Yep.
And then scan it, and then line it in black and white and that sort of thing, right?
Yep.
And color
Understandable.
it with that. So it was one of the older versions of animation programs, but they still use it in Japan.
Yep. In Japan they still have that program.
Frame by frame animation. Yeah. And I apparently grasped it really quickly. I learned how to use it really quickly, in the course of the lesson.
Nice.
When they were talking about it, and
Very
it's just
nice.
wow, that's really fast. And I'm not really. It's easy, no? me thinking. And it's oh yeah, you have potential for this. Do you want to join the animation major instead? And I'm I'll think about it. I was tempted. Truth to tell, I was actually tempted. Because it seemed really interesting.
Yep. Animation is always it's what I always tell people is that animation sometimes it's tedious, it's very tiring to actually work on it. You sort of have to slog through a lot of work, and you have to be patient. But when you see the results of
very satisfying.
Yeah, exactly. When you see the results of it, it's very satisfying to see. It's I feel like it's worth it,
Especially when your animation that you worked on shows on TV, or even in
Oh,
movie
yeah,
theaters,
yeah.
You're kind of oh my god.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So anyway. So yeah, that's how I sort of learned about frame by frame keyframe animation. There.
Yep.
And and it just helped a little bit with my actual animation work, of GIFs that I do sometimes.
Yep. Which
still
really,
not very good at them.
I mean, it takes time to really master it, but once you're there, and it's the start of it. Yeah, it's the start of it that you really need.
Although honestly, unlike Asu, who literally just draws each frame for frame by frame animation, I, on the other hand, I cheat. I copy and paste. Hello, Yui.
Hey,
Right,
Yui.
sorry. I was supposed to actually have a meeting with Yui.
Oh, okay, okay.
I jumped into the conversation with Asu and I just couldn't stop talking as usual.
It's fine.
Oh, do
it's
you two
fine.
need to
Wait,
go?
yeah, do you
Oh,
need to go?
shit.
This is the
It's not.
open
Yeah, it's an
invite collab.
Yeah, you can come in the
Oh, but-
join in and all that.
Yeah. It's not a. Asu's drawing, and we're all kind of like him while he's drawing.
Yep.
Yeah, we just decided to pop on while he's drawing.
I am openly inviting people on the server to hang out while I'm doing the
Yes.
drawings.
Do you two need to go? Do you two need to go to do your meeting then?
You can hang.
Your choice, Ace. Your choice, Yui. I am to do either and or. Would you like to have this conversation tonight, or are you too tired, or
No,
you know?
I'm very
Wait.
much awake. I drank coffee, but I did.
Oh,
Would
God.
you like to have the conversation aired live?
Probably
No.
not. No,
Aces.
that conversation will not be aired live. However, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna pop off for now. I'll be back after.
We'll be back.
after. Yeah, we'll be
Okay.
back.
Buck.
All right.
You get.
All right.
We'll be back. Hasta la vista, baby.
Have fun storming the castle.
Storming the castle.
Bye.
I'm trying to
Bye.
convince Yui to release the show, the show test that she's captured. Okay.
What?
Oh,
It is-
There's OG Yui. I am not involved. It's okay.
Okay. Fine.
I'm very nice.
Yeah. Okay. We're discussing how to persuade OG Yui to release the show test that she's captured.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
We're like we might
know,
storm the castle.
You know, this is gonna be a bit revealing, like old conversations. But I remember when OG Yui was telling telling me that Alto Yui is gonna take over for a bit, and she's like, Alto Yui is a bit more of the evil side. She's more rude. And I'm like, so far I've seen Alto Yui being nicer than OG Yui by a lot of points.
I'm better than the original.
Yeah.
by the way, just for clarity's sake, did you guys get my reference? I know Asu did.
Yeah, I did.
What reference?
Storming the
Castle. Yeah.
Storming the castle.
Of course, we're not talking.
It's from the Princess
course.
Bride.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's been a while since I've watched The Princess Bride. It's alright.
it's okay. No, it's okay.
It's what again?
Princess Bride.
Princess
Bride.
Actually,
right?
Yui, if
Yui
you've
does
never
not know
seen,
about.
if you've never seen The Princess Bride, that might be one to consider.
Watching
for-
movie night.
Yeah, movie night.
It's a great
okay.
classic. It's a great classic.
It
It's a
is a
classic,
really
yeah.
good one. Yeah.
I still haven't seen it.
Oh, Roku.
Roku.
Oh, Roku, you should see it
We
too.
need to see it.
Okay.
It is a classic and it's worth watching. It's very it's so cringe it's good.
Yeah.
Yes. Although I do remember, if memory serves me, I talked some people into watching it,
Mhm.
and like they got like 5 to 10 minutes into it. It's like, and then they stopped. I'm like,
What?
No, this
Why?
gets better. You have to trust me.
Yeah, you have to continue on with it.
Yeah.
It's inconceivable that people will not continue with it.
Yeah.
I find it inconceivable that people just don't continue with that movie.
It's a very quotable movie.
Yeah.
It is.
You say that word all the time. I don't think you know what it really means.
I don't remember much of it. I don't remember much of the quotes. I do,
Mhm.
however, remember the plot and storyline.
Yes.
And it's very cringy.
Yeah.
To the point that where it's kind of good.
Yep.
Yeah. I think the thing
Yeah,
is
it
it knows it's cringy and it has fun.
It
with
it plays with it. Yeah.
No. It knows it's cringy. It knows it's super cringy, and it does its best to play it up
Yep.
on the
Yes.
cringiness.
Very true.
So, yeah. Anywho, sorry. Okay,
Also-
I'm.
No. Just saying hi to Sarbs in my chat.
Oh, hi,
Can I
Sark.
start?
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, I go. I
Yep.
go.
Yep. Have fun in your meetings.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will.
Bye bye.
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 I Action bang play, sorry.
I was wondering because I heard two people leave and then one person rejoined.
Yeah.
So I went to check who just joined. I guess Yui. I guess Yui got confused.
Yeah.
It's like that. She just. It's like walking out of the room that immediately.
And then coming back in.
Like, oh man, I got turned around.
Oh man, that happened to me in Phasmophobia because I was playing. I didn't have any more equipment. Everything was super dark. Because I was using I was using a video camera to walk around instead. And then a hunt started, and my video camera was glitching out. So I was like, okay, all I have to do is just go straight here and then turn left, and I'll be at I'll see a door, and then I can just like go into it and hide. But as I was like, you know, doing what I was telling myself, I found out what happened was I got turned around for some weird reason, and went back into the ghost spawn room. So I was like, well, I'm dead. Oh man, getting turned around, it's so easy to get turned around inside Phasmophobia.
Understandable.
Yeah. So how's it going, everybody? You guys doing good?
I'm pretty good. I'm doing my morning shift.
Understandable.
And then I got an article.
But you got enough sleep. You got some sleep last night, right?
I did get some sleep. I slept a little longer than I wanted to,
Oh, okay.
but that's okay.
The important thing is you got some sleep.
Yeah.
So, oh, by the way, as some people know, I watch some real, real life streamers, like face cam streamers, right? And they made a video, the offline TV gang. They made a video about a day in the life of offline TV, right? And sure enough, they were showing like, okay, they were all waking up, but the earliest person to wake up was like 12:30 at noon.
If not for work, I would fit right in with that household.
And then the best part is that what they were showing, like, okay, Skara, one of the streamer, he was like waking up at around like 2 p.m. And then he was like, oh yeah, time to go to the gym. I was like, what? At 2 p.m.
I mean, I guess if it works for him.
Yeah, it's crazy though. I'm just like, dang, because as most people know, I wake up really early. I wake up like 6 a.m. almost every day, 6 a.m. And so when I see like the offline TV gang, and I know that's a lot of people wake up in the afternoon or something like that, which is kind of normal.
Yeah.
But when I see like the offline TV gang, like almost all of them waking up at like noon, at like 2-3 p.m. I was just like thinking like, god damn, am I just not living the streamer life?
I guess it makes some degree of sense for them if like they stream late.
Yeah, a lot of them stream in the evening.
Yeah.
Which makes because earlier, like last year when Among Us was a big thing, and offline TV, they played a lot of Among Us. In fact, some people can say that offline TV was the reason Among Us was such a big hit.
Right.
Because they were the one who sort of like popularized it when they played it together and stuff.
See, I'd rather give you credit for popularizing it amongst the VTubers.
The VTubers. Understandable. And then but you know, there will be like what's called the morning lobby, like a group of people who were playing Among Us in the morning from offline TV. And I was like, okay, so but not all of them, only like I think Toast this guy's toast was pretty much like the one playing in the morning lobby, while the others are like waiting for like evening lobbies and all that.
Right.
And then I was like, yeah, that's weird that Toast is not playing with the other offline TV streamers in the morning like this. And then that's when I found out that most offline TV streamers, they wake up like evening, afternoon, and stream in the evening or night.
Right.
So the morning lobbies was like a rare thing, and it was like with Toast and other streamers that's not offline TV.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like, oh, so that's why. That's so weird.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. So, anyway, what was I gonna? So, yeah, let me just explain a little bit to chat what I'm doing here, because there's some people who, you know, I've been seeing like a little bit of fluctuation in like the viewers. This is what I'm doing here is an animation that turned out to be what is gonna be my new stream intro animation. Because at the beginning of the stream, I really had no idea what to do, what to animate, and I've been thinking about like the whole day about what to do. And then earlier, I was like, okay, I got a little bit of an idea, but I have no idea who to animate. So I know what I want to do a little bit for the movement. So I decided to just do like a figure, kind of figure drawing that has no face and all that. And in fact, at the start of the stream, the figure was female. And then midway I was like, you know what, I can't figure out like who to draw doing this animation, so I'm just gonna draw myself. So I changed the figure to male. I'm still like I was like I still want to try to do an animation drawing animation thing, but not of me, like, you know, of another VTuber or something or other. I just can't figure out what or how or who to animate. Because one thing I want to try to do is I want to do a lot of like what's in the anime community called the sakuga animation.
What kind of animation is that?
It's like the very high paced action animation. No, Alex, it's not strange because I wasn't thinking of doing my intro at the beginning. The intro thing came later as an idea.
You could, for a high-paced animation, you could do like a mini fight scene.
Exactly.
Or eating cookies really fast.
Funny enough, Argama was like saying that I should draw like what did she say? Your friends eating donuts, having tea at the beach. At the beginning,
that would be good.
While I was like thinking like, what should I draw? And that's what Argama said at the beginning of the stream. And then I was like, I want to draw Sakuga though. There's no Sakuga and eating donuts at the beach.
Like Goku style eating.
with shogogi, like food war style dramatism as you eat.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
I gotta admit, that does sound really fun. Yeah. Maybe in the future, maybe not in a not so distant future.
Yeah. Sounds like a lot of work too, but it sounds fun.
Yeah.
It certainly would be fun to watch. I don't know how much fun it would be to draw.
It would actually, if it's like just eating, it's probably not gonna be that hard to draw. But trying to draw like delectable looking food, that would be a challenge. Because you don't want to draw eating animation like that, but the food looking meh. You know, you want to make sure
Right.
that the food looks really good. Delectable looking food is something that I have yet to actually master drawing.
I wonder if there's a trick to it.
I think colors is the big trick to that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because if you see something like what Studio Ghibli did inside Spirited Away, the colors really enhance the how good the food looks. And even with Food Wars, the colors is the one that really like you know, make it shine.
Imagine, yeah, though I imagine that there's a fine line there because you don't want it to you don't want it to look off.
Yeah, definitely. That's why it's like, it's still like, even if I know how to color a drawing, I still need to know how to make it look good as food.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I might do like a coloring of the food like in my way, and then it came out like meh anyway, because I didn't color the food correctly, even though on a character my coloring is just fine. So yeah, it's something that I think one would get with a lot of training, rather than just like
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I do think like it probably takes some experimentation to kind of see what works and what doesn't work.
Oh yeah, most probably. Oh, before the stream, I was like checking out Netflix because getting ready to watch Eurocamp before the
yes.
the podcast later, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I was checking on Netflix because I forgot that Eurocamp season 1 is no longer on Netflix. But I saw a new animated series called Inside Job.
Huh.
And it's an adult, not that kind of adult, but like mature audience kind of animated series, because it has profanities and stuff.
Right.
But it looks pretty good and pretty funny because it's about like conspiracy theories and the deep state in the American government and all that.
See, it's interesting because, like, you mentioned that there,
Mhm.
and it reminds me of this review I saw of Deus Ex,
Oh, okay.
where like the basic. I never played Deus Ex the original myself, but basically what my understanding is, the premise is, what if basically every conspiracy theory was real?
Ah.
And the guy said like this was a much more like charming idea back when it was originally aired in like the 90s, but now that with the kind of prevalence of conspiracy theories being a bit more widespread in like American politics,
Mhm.
it becomes less cute and quaint kind of thing.
Yeah, understandable.
So it kind of makes me think of that, where like, I don't know.
Yep. I totally get that.
Mm-hmm.
I miss when conspiracy theories online were mostly about aliens and stuff.
Right?
Me too, man.
Now there's so many conspiracies like that's very real based, like like this person does that, this person does this kind of thing. That's like
Yeah.
too close to home.
Yeah.
Too close to home.
Yeah.
I want my X-File stuff.
Yeah. I want more alien conspiracy.
Exactly.
Funny enough, the inside job thing is pretty much like a lot of alien conspiracies as well.
Okay.
Talking about like how the government's run by lizard people, shape-shifting lizard people.
Man, I had an Uber driver who believed in that.
Oh really?
Yeah, he wanted me to watch some videos.
God, no. Wait, Uber drivers now are giving video recommendations? What the heck?
Oh yeah, it was in Boston. I don't know. It was awkward.
it
also
sounds
interesting.
awkward.
Yeah. Oh man, the animation's really coming together.
Thanks. This is the keyframes right now.
Hmm.
Which is the keyframes is the building blocks of animation. Having good keyframes can really determine really good animation at the end.
I like Thunder's. Don't let this distract you from the fact that the government is reptiles and is planning to a species uprising. Yeah.
Hold on a second. I don't like this particular frame. Looks a little off.
So afterwards, because like you got like your open palm at the end, maybe you can do like an energy blast.
I don't really have an energy blast myself, but
I mean, it's your character. You could keep adding in new superpowers like Superman does.
I could technically.
And
Yeah.
it's like, how do we get him out of this situation? Laser eyes. He doesn't have laser eyes, sir. Did we ever say he doesn't have laser eyes? I guess not. He can have laser eyes. He's aliens. What do they know?
What do they know?
On his planet, everyone had laser eyes. Like, are you crazy? Sure, that's how it works, sir. Like, yeah, no. What I studied science. This seems evolutionary. Possible.
I mean, it's an alien genome, so it's not like it's not possible.
Yeah, there's nothing to say that aliens can't have laser eyes.
He is
Well, I
powered
mean,
by
the
the
su-
sun.
Yeah, find me the scientist that says that solar-powered aliens can't have laser eyes.
The power to draw himself with more powers.
Yeah.
They're technically not wrong.
Didn't
Technically
we at
not
one
wrong.
point have like Superman and the Flash go on a race, and
Yes,
they
did.
ended up tying them because like they couldn't have Superman lose because he's like the best.
He's
at everything. But
Superman. Yep.
They couldn't have the Flash lose because speed is his one thing.
Yep. He's supposed to be like the fastest man on Earth kind of thing.
Though to suggest that Superman and the Flash are equally fast raises some weird questions because the Flash is so fast he can travel through time. Can Superman do? Oh wait, no, he can't do that, can't he?
He
did
can turn
older
back
movies.
time. He can turn back time.
Yeah, that is
No,
so.
but with Flash though, for him to travel through time, he actually needed the what do you call that? The treadmill. Yeah, there's a inside the DC universe. What was it called? Like a cosmic treadmill
treadmill.
or something like that. Yeah, it's really weird. But yeah, the cosmic treadmill.
It's not just that treadmill that you can get at Bed Bath and Beyond. It's
Yeah,
just
exactly. Exactly.
That's pretty beyond.
that is pretty beyond.
But yeah, for him to travel back in time or future, go to the future, he actually needed the cosmic treadmill and use that to travel. So he can't really travel in time by himself.
Tell me that they called it the cosmic
They
treadmill.
did. It is called the cosmic treadmill.
So good.
That's why I remember it being like cosmic or something, and then I just googled just now. Yes, I was right. It is the cosmic treadmill.
I just want to believe that it's a regular treadmill that someone upsold him. Like, no, this is a cosmic treadmill.
It is used so that you can travel in time, Barry. You.
Yeah.
No,
And he doesn't
sadly,
actually travel through time.
sadly, it's not someone. It's not someone upsold him. It's actually Barry inventing it himself.
Okay. DC is an interesting universe. You're correct, Thunder.
Yeah, here's the thing, right? He invented that thing for like a time travel purpose, and then he himself called it cosmic treadmill.
Right.
And I'm like, why cosmic? No. Yeah, I mean, you think like being a time travel thing, you call it like chrono treadmill or something that's more time based.
I just want him to be saying a really whiny voice. It's like, look, Mom, it's my time travel device. I'll know what I want.
I'll call it cosmic if I want to.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, that's what. That's what they made inside the DC universe. That is very true. Also, I think I'm gonna start inking the keyframes instead, because I'm trying to figure out my sketch was too wild that I can't really see the next frame for me to do an accurate in betweens for these frames. That was my own.
Fair.
That's my own fault.
It doesn't mean he's good at naming things. Yes, very true.
Exactly. He's a genius, not that kind of genius.
Yeah.
Like flux capacitors. Yeah. See, that's also another thing, right? I actually was watching some Red Letter Media movie reviews because I've watched less live streams these days and gone back to like the old days of watching videos instead. So I've been rewatching a lot of Red Letter Media old movie reviews, and they were talking about like how new movies these days keep on doing like weird exposition that you don't really need and all that. And then it's like he says like they say like, you know, like in Ghostbusters, you don't need to explain what the proton pack has in its powers and all that. People just understood it. And it's like, why? And then they were like mentioning about how in Back to the Future it's called the flux capacitor. Why is it called that? Who cares? That's what they said. Which kind of makes sense. Like, we love those movies and we never really question those things.
I guess it depends on what type of movie you're making, because the common thread between like Ghostbusters and Back to the Future is they're grounded in comedy.
That's true.
So when you're grounded in comedy, like the suspension of disbelief is greater.
That's true. Though they were like saying like they don't mind exposition if done smartly.
Yeah.
It's just that exposition when you have like a convenient guy explaining what's going on and all that, they feel like that's just like and then, you know, not only a convenient guy explaining everything, but also like doing it in an essay, like a long dialogue of giving the exposition. They say like, that's boring, that's not smart, and it's like, yeah, that's true. This is such a silly look. Roku found a cosmic treadmill. But yeah, that's the cosmic treadmill. I don't know why the controls is on the side and not in front.
Wait, yeah, you're right. Why? That's so inconvenient. Here, let me post this in your chat so other people can see the cosmic treadmill. Here, if you guys want, there's the link to the cosmic treadmill. Also, he's got like such a stoic face.
Yeah, it's
as
like
he's doing it. He's just like, yeah, this is cool.
This is what I've done.
Yeah.
I invented this cosmic treadmill.
Mhm.
There is smart exposition, Thundercharge, when it's done in a way that sort of like, oh man, how to say smart exposition? Like natural dialogue. Hey, Mari. Yeah, pendings here as well. Roku and Harune too.
Yeah.
Like in a natural dialogue instead of just like meeting a guy in the middle of nowhere, conveniently explaining like what's going on and all that. So it's like, how do you say? Man, I can't think of an example right now, but I have seen some really good smart exposition movies as well, but I can't think of.
I think probably the best example is Slumdog Millionaire.
Ooh, yes.
Basically, that entire movie is told in exposition.
Yes, but it's so nicely and smartly done.
Yes.
Yes, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That whole movie is exposition because it's just him explaining like how he knew all the answers and all that.
Yeah.
But it's so smartly done. That's the kind of smart exposition I'm talking about as well. Like it's not easy, of course, to come up with smart a way to do smart exposition, but it is possible.
Well, I mean, the trick of it is basically because exposition almost always is conveyed via dialogue. So you just need to make sure that the dialogue feels natural. Like this is a conversation that these two people would be having.
Exactly.
And the key to that is that if you're going to have one character explain something to another character, it has to be something that the other character credibly doesn't know.
See, the best part about a smart exposition, Thundercharge, is that you don't even know it's an exposition.
Yeah. Like, and also obviously, as with anything in writing, you want to make it entertaining.
Yep.
Like, exposition as just like a plot dump that is boring.
Yeah.
Like, whether or not it's done in a credible way or not, if it's boring, then it kind of doesn't matter because.
Yep. This is very true. Which kind of happens with some big blockbuster, like what's it?
A lot of big blockbusters try to get around that by having two things going on at once. So you have your guy giving the exposition, and then you have another thing going on in the background as kind of like a distraction for the audience.
Yeah.
Which is a little better than not doing that, but it's still fairly lazy.
Yeah. That's the one that Thundercharge would say, like you know, the what critics would complain about. What the heck? Why am I getting so many messages? Sorry. On my phone's like dinging like crazy.
Everything okay?
It's just okay. Just I'm selling some of my board games, and it's just someone was interested in one of my board games. That's all.
Okay.
Because I have too many board games, and a lot of them are not getting played. So it's like, might as well sell them to people who can play it.
No, yeah, that's fair.
But I am keeping the best ones though. Which reminds me, chat, next month, November, I am planning a Battlestar Galactica board game session. So if you're a fan of Battlestar Galactica and or board game, come check us out. Pending will be there.
Yeah.
And Rafunk says he'll be there, even though I don't remember inviting. No, I'm just kidding. I invited him. Movies these days just try to be beautiful to look at with poor story, like Pacific Rim. Yeah. I like the first Pacific Rim though. Generally, was just fun movie.
So I watched the first Pacific Rim, and I do remember visual elements of it. That being said, I only have vague recollection of what the plot was, and I could not name a single character. So that either speaks to the movie or it speaks to the level of attention I was giving to the movie.
See, that is still a deterrent to the movie in general, you know?
Yeah.
Now, that being said, I also cannot remember the characters. I remember the plot, I just can't remember the characters.
Yeah. I vaguely recall the plot.
Yeah. See, you say Thundercharge, there's a big uptick in board game sessions since we started Shinobigami, but the thing is, I've been doing board game streams, just nobody watched it. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Some people watched it. I have done some board game streams like we played Celestia, remember Pending? And then there was the time that me, Kyrie, and Suiren played on Board Game Arena for a bit. But that one's more of Ruby Virtual's organization than mine. And I also did a Board Game Arena stream with chat at one time where I told them like, come on in and check it out, you know, and join me in Board Game Arena. And then there's also some real life board game sessions that I did with Tangan Kun. In fact, last year I had a whole week that dedicated to just a board game streaming just board games. It was called just hear me out. It was called Board Game Week.
Yes. But by the way, Harney says Lord of the Rings Fellowship, great opening exposition.
Ah, yes, that is true. The way they do it in the movie was smart. Very
it
smart.
helps a lot that they had like strong visual elements to that.
Yep.
Yes. Great movies.
Yes. I could rewatch those.
Because-
I could go for
Yes.
rewatch of those.
Definitely.
It also helped out there because and it's actually in one of those that also you didn't think of it as an exposition, you know, because it just flows so naturally as a Lord of the Rings thing that you feel like this is what we know now, kind of thing.
Yes.
Board Game Week is the same level of genius as Cosmic Treadmill. Wait a minute. I was laughing at Cosmic Treadmill.
It's okay, sir.
Board Game Week is genius naming. I have good naming sense.
No, sure, Ace.
Relaxing. Keyboard ASMR.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I was just that you know, it lends to the joke as I was saying relaxing just now.
Yeah.
It's fine though. It's fine. And thanks for hanging out with me, guys.
Yeah.
I was
Thank you
thinking
for
like,
having us.
yeah, I was thinking like, because okay, I gotta admit, this morning because I was watching you, Suiren, Kai, and Uski play Time Stories. It slipped my mind that this animation stream was supposed to be at that time, 12 hours ago.
Oh, right.
Yes, I was watching you guys like, oh wait, I was supposed to stream because that was on the schedule I set up. I was like, well, I'll just postpone it to tonight. But the thing is, usually
Fair.
I don't really want to do drawing streams at night for me because I don't know, feels the mood for drawing streams for me usually is like drawing streams, not doing work, right? But the mood for drawing streams for me usually is like I have to do it is like in the daytime I have a lot of mood for that. In the nighttime,
Right.
that's like, I don't know, maybe because it's night or something. But
Like
as
lower energy?
yeah, I think so.
Makes sense.
So because of that, I was like, oh, maybe I'll just hang out in the VC and people join me, then there'll be company. That'll be good.
Yeah. It is nice to have other people there, because then you don't have to talk all the time. Then you have like conversation to kind of
Work
bounce
from.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why I gotta. I thank you guys for jumping in.
I'm happy to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm done with the shift. Now I have an article to do, and I'm racking my brain trying to think if there was another article to do other than the one that I remember.
Pending, you could totally do a keyboard ASMR while you're typing up an article.
Oh man, that would be some good multitasking. I don't know like how this keyboard, like how other people feel about this keyboard.
Actually,
I kind of like it. It's very clicky.
I was about to say I kind of like the clickiness of it.
Yeah.
But then in general, I do like hearing the sounds of like the clicking keyboard. In general, I just love that sound. Like,
yeah.
it's satisfying to me.
Well, this is the first like this isn't a super expensive keyboard, but this is not like a cheapo keyboard either. Like usually, because my old keyboard died on me, so usually when it comes to things like that, like earphones, mice, and keyboards, I just go with whatever's cheapest, because like I feel like they don't have much of a shelf life anyways.
Yeah.
But for this one, I decided to actually look into it, and I got something more mid-ranged for the keyboard. So this is like a mechanical keyboard as opposed to like the typical ones I get, and I'm liking this one.
Yeah. No, it sounds great. The clickiness is kind of nice. Eh? Even Thundercharge says so.
Yeah, it also got it has this armrest thing that snaps on mechanically.
Oh.
That I find myself playing with a lot. Like
yeah,
I keep taking it
that.
off and
I get
and
it.
on.
Yep.
Yeah, especially because I have a tendency to be what's the word?
Restless.
Yeah.
I get that. I'm like that as well when it's like in a meeting, my hand has got to do something.
Yeah, like I would be playing with like a disassembling and reassembling a pen, for example. I would do that a lot back when I was in school.
Or you would also enlarge a game piece.
Yeah. I like how at one point, like early on in the game, Suirun was like explaining the room.
Yeah.
Harney, by the way, says the keyboard's soothing as long as it doesn't get crazy loud. Thank you, Harney. So during the game, Harney was like, Suirun was explaining the instructions.
Yep.
And then paused and said, "Pending drew a cat."
Yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing that.
Yeah, and then a little later, she was like, "What do we do with this cat?" And it just felt very like mom-like, just trying to cope with the fact that her little kid just doodled all over the game.
The game board has doodles on it now. Doodles.
And then also,
I mean,
the like when like she gave me the bullet pieces, and I started enlarging one of the bullet pieces. She just went, "Penny, no!"
I remember that as well. Yeah.
That also felt very mom-like. Also because she started saying it immediately. She knew exactly what I was doing.
Yeah.
Like right away. She took the piece away from me.
I saw that one. I remember that one. Right after she gave you the bullet, you were like enlarging it, and then she just immediately, "Pending, no," and then she took it, put it in the bag, and then gave you a new one that's like smaller size again.
It was very. She scolded me. And
So
as Suirun getting so exasperated was the highlight of the stream.
Yeah. It was
Vernon
funny,
of being the responsible one, yeah.
And then like the part where Kai was like arranging the cards on Suiren's side of the table.
Yeah, it's like I have no space now.
Yeah. It's like, well, thanks everyone. I have no space now. And then you were like, here, can you hold the key for me?
It's just like, sure.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
The burden of being the responsible one.
Yeah.
Oh, but also, I'm glad that the tabletop simulator version of Time Stories was easily like because I played Time Stories like the actual board game, right? And I was already like, oh, this is a lot of stuff you get to go through. I don't know how tabletop can do, how to do it on how this can be done in tabletop, but they actually did a pretty good job putting all the scenarios separately and all that, so that you can easily set it up.
Yeah, it ended up being pretty good.
Because on the board game version, everything like all scenario cards will be stacked up, and there's like separators, like that scenario. So when you want to get it, you just take the stack and then just take the scenario from the separators and all that, right? But I was like, you can't really do that in tabletop simulators, so it's gonna be harder. But I think they did a pretty good job, putting it around that you don't have too much trouble going around the board and all that. Though they did use a typical board game piece for the meeples, for the indicator of where you are and all that. The Time Stories board game piece is like just a cylinder with a sticker of your color on it. Which is kind of nice. I kind of like it. It fits the board in the real life in the game.
Right.
But at the same time, what do I call that? With the way it is on the what do you call that? On Tabletop Simulator, the board itself is much darker than the actual game board. Because the actual game board is supposed to be white, like bright, like the base that you came from, the
Yeah.
it's and how clean and bright it looks and all that. The board is supposed to look like that and fits the thematic sense. Oh, hold on, I just got the screenshot of the picture. Here you go.
Oh, let me take a look. Yeah, that is. I wonder if it's a matter of the way, because they probably scanned it into the thing.
Yep, they probably did.
There was so much finger pointing from Kai in that stream. Kai kept picking up my giant marker and threw it off the table a few times.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
And he did it silently too. I'm like, are you upset with me? Do you not like the giant marker?
But yeah, you can see in the picture. By the way, I linked it in chat as well for chat to actually see the how the board actually looks like in real life. You can see the pieces. The pieces there is like cylinder with like a sticker of your color on the top of it.
Yeah, I love how Kai just silently messed with stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he just without words, he just picked up my piece and threw it away, and I'm just like, Kai, did you just throw away my piece? And he's just like, yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. I had a great time.
Yep.
I felt bad because I had to multitask during it, so I was also writing my article.
But it worked out because you were still mostly in the game anyway. So
yeah. Well, fortunately, there was more downtime than I thought there'd be.
Mm-hmm.
So I did have opportunities.
Yeah,
So-
because
so-
I think the downtime also lends from being on Tabletop Simulator.
Yes, I think you're correct there.
Because I did mention to you before that there wasn't much downtime when you play the game, but that's more because of the in the board game. Once a person does something, it's either gonna be like it's resolved straight away, or there's something else they gotta do, but they don't. You know, hey, wasabi beans, welcome. They don't suddenly
welcome.
they don't suddenly like you know, have like a lot of things to do unless it's a fight or a skill test.
Right. Makes sense. Yeah. Whereas like the nature tabletop simulator, we had to keep moving things around and whatnot. So
Yep.
and finding like the keys and stuff.
Yeah,
It takes longer with the tabletop simulator.
exactly.
But I mean, like on the plus side, this was a way that we could all play together,
Yes.
different parts of the world. So-
Yes. So it's actually really good. I
Yeah.
was like seeing the you guys playing that. I was like, yeah, I should make more tabletop simulator streams.
Yeah. I mean, board games are fun. Board games are underrated.
It is very underrated.
Yeah.
Though I can't really say that because I watch a lot of board game YouTubers, YouTube channels
Right.
that does like the board game reviews and stuff. So I'm kind of like in the thick of it. That I see a lot. To me, there's a lot of people that likes board games, right? Because I'm in the thick of the community.
I guess it's more that in our community, board
Yes.
games are kind of like underutilized. But you're right. There is definitely a big community out there that also plays primarily board games online.
Yep. And yeah, so that's why I can't really say like it's underrated because in my eyes, I mean, I bet in the general eye though, in the general sense, board games are pretty underrated. But in my eye, because of who I watch on YouTube and all that, who I follow, I'm kind of in the thick of it. That you know, I can't see it as underrated because of that.
Yeah.
But I dare. I do see, like, once I got into the VTuber community, the big difference of like board game being more underrated than it is, because I see like when I was in the VTuber community, it is hard to find people who play board games as much as I do that's not Monopoly or Life or Cluedo. Because if I were to if I were to mention board games, a lot of people in this community, what is wrong with me today? Community. A lot of people in this community would just think like, hey, Monopoly, Cluedo, right? But like, so I was like, oh, that's the extent of the board games you guys know, which is fine, which is like the mainstream board game, which is fine as well.
It is definitely true that that I don't like. It would be unlikely that I would host a board game stream myself, just because I don't know a lot of board games. I like board games, but I don't
Yep.
know them. So someone else. Although that being said, so we were to know this board game going into it,
See what?
and we kind of learned as we went.
Oh yeah. She knows about it because I think she heard about it from her sister's friends. I think because her sister's friends apparently like a big board gamers and all that. So yeah, she has mentioned to me before that when she mentioned like code names, she says that she's played it before with her sister, and I'm like, yeah, that's you know, that's a fun board game to play and all that. And I'm like, it does show like she does have interest in board games herself, and I'm talking about like you know, designer board games.
Right.
But she's not like as involved in it as I am, so to say. He's losing the ability to speak English as time goes on. Now that being said, I even though I'm more into designer board games than I am into like mainstream board games, I do still have and play mainstream board games, and I am thinking of, if you guys know, I'm familiar with loading the ability to speak English. Sorry, Harney said in Discord, I am familiar with losing the ability to speak English.
Aww. And also she said
Understandable.
fully Kai. Exactly, honey. Kai fully me.
But anyway, because Cluedo is one of my favorite board games ever. History of Asu in board games. I had a neighbor who when he was a baby, he was born in the UK. So because his father and mother, I think his mother was studying there, and they got married there or something.
His mother took him into the village. and from there, like, they saw a marching band. I would sing.
When I was a young boy. But anyway, yeah, his my friend's mother was studied in UK and got married there with got married there and lived there for a long time. And my friend was born there. Now, because they lived there for a long time, they got to buy board games, right? So when they moved back to Malaysia, I was 5 at the time, so that makes my friend 4. Yeah, they moved back to Malaysia. They moved in, as my neighbor. I got to know him. We got to be friends, and I would go to his house, and there was like board games, but all mainstream board games. No designer board games at that time, because it was like 1986. So and then but I was like, ooh, board games, this looks interesting, what is this? And then he showed me Monopoly. So we played Monopoly, totally getting all the rules wrong, by the way, because we were kids.
That's okay. A lot of people play Monopoly with house rules.
Yeah, exactly. But then and then one day he opened up Cluedo, right? And we played Cluedo, and I was like, what the heck is this? This game is a genius, because it's a game of deduction. Like, you go from room to room trying to figure out, like, oh, this room has this weapon, that room, and then you try to deduce, like, okay, and then you because I don't know if you guys know how to play Cluedo. With Cluedo, basically every turn you would go from one room to another. If you go say that you go to the kitchen, and then in the kitchen, once you're in the kitchen, you try to ask, like, you ask around, does anybody have a knife? And then if somebody has a knife in their cards, they have to show it to you. So you can start, like, ticking off, like, oh, this person has that, this person has that, this person has that. Because at the start of the game, during setup, you take one item card, one character card, and one room card, and put them in an envelope, and randomly, by the way, you take these randomly without looking at it, put them in an envelope, and set it in the middle of the board. So that means that if someone has a knife in their hand, that means that that item might be in the envelope. So that item won't be in the envelope because someone has the knife in their hand, right? So you start ticking off and all that just to figure like who's the killer and everything. And I was like thinking, like, this is a genius game. I've never seen a game like this. I always thought board games just like throw dice and then move around the board like Snakes and Ladders and Monopoly without thinking about anything else. Cluedo opened my mind up to like this new way to play games.
Yeah, Clue was your gateway game.
Yeah, exactly. Cluedo was Cluedo, whatever you want to call it. I think Cluedo is British and Clue is American. I forgot which one it was.
I know it was called Clue here, but
Because you're
I-
colonized by the British, they might use the British name.
It's Clue here also.
Oh, okay, then
Yeah,
Cluedo is a British name then.
Canada is a weird one where we get influenced by both the UK and
America.
and the US.
Mhm.
So sometimes it really works out. Like we get British candy here instead of American candy, which
Mhm.
I prefer because, like, in my experience, the British chocolate is better.
Yep.
Uh,
Why is it called
yeah.
Cluedo? I have no idea. You gotta ask the British then.
Although that being said, in the U.S.,
Mm-hmm.
the U.S. has certain things over Canada. Like, for example, the U.S. has the mega stuffed Oreos,
Oh,
and they
yeah,
haven't shared that technology yet with Canada.
Wait, you guys
But
don't
then
have it in Canada?
Not easily, at least.
Oh.
Um,
So wait, so when when I sent you the mega stuff Oreos, that was pretty much like
that was like unheard of here. Actually, you didn't send me the mega stuffed. You sent me the most stuffed.
the most stuff or different.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
That was a level above the mega stuffed.
Is it?
Welcome back. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
welcome back. So most stuff is more than mega stuff.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yep. And yeah, you can't get that in stores here.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Oreos.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm out of here, bye.
Oh.
But before that, we were talking about how Cluedo was my gateway game to board games.
Yeah.
No?
Cluedo, yeah. When I
We
was
were also,
when I was a young boy, what was it?
and his
When I was
father
a
took
young
you
boy,
into
yeah.
the village.
Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Hey, Ace, you wanna be a superhero?
Oh boy.
That's a different song that I was thinking of.
It's fine. We were also talking about how Suiren was the responsible one when we were playing the board game.
Yeah, the playing time stories earlier when
Yeah,
you guys were playing
like-
time stories.
Yeah, like when you gave me the 2 bullets and I started
Enlarging it.
making one of them bigger, and you immediately were like, "Penny, no!"
Penny, yeah.
Exactly. Thank you, Yui.
I got you.
It was
Yeah.
mostly because there was not enough room in that freaking paper. Like they spread out all the cards. Like I have no room in front of me. I don't know what to do with it. And then you went around and like expanding your icon and I was just like, I don't have enough room as it is. You're just gonna add more things to
I
take
like
up the
how-
freaking room.
I like how everyone put everything on Suiren's side, so Suiren's side was all cluttered, but my side was so empty that I
Yeah,
could
there
like,
was so
I could
much
make, like,
space on
a
your side.
giant marker that just consumed my entire
Yeah.
side.
And then the best part was like you were like, "Here, Shirin, can you hold on to my key for a minute?"
Yeah.
And you were the one with all the space in the world.
I hate you all.
But yeah, Yui, if you were there, you would have joined me in expanding your marker piece,
Yeah.
Is
right?
it plasmophobia?
No, they were playing what do you call that?
Board game.
Board games on Tabletop Simulator.
Yeah, probably would have.
Thank you.
I mean, we all need some kind of chaos in our life, you know? Something out of the
Yeah.
norm, right?
I have enough
Then
chaos
try.
in my life dealing with you, Yui.
I know, but that's what makes life so interesting and unpredictable.
I don't need
Right?
more in the form of Penny and Kai and Uski.
But yeah, I was also
What?
telling them, Cluedo being my first gateway board game, there is a digital version on Steam that I kind of want to play.
Hey, Pluto.
Yeah. Because
I
actually,
like
Huh?
Blue.
because yeah, Cluedo was the first board game that I thought was a genius board game because it's like a different board game. It's not just throw dice and move and then this happened. Throw dice, move, that happened. It's actually like throw dice, move, and then try to figure out something. It's like, oh, that's genius. I've never
Very
seen a game like that.
It's very logical.
Also,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
also get like really risky and just
Also,
like,
hey, Rafak, what the hell?
Oh my god.
Also,
Hey, hi,
That's
Bob.
okay.
Thunder
Oh, wait.
says, Thunder says, I'm sorry, Sweet Ren, but it was so funny.
It's been a long time since I played Clue, but I know you can get like really risky and just like try and call someone out.
Rafang,
Be
you're,
like-
you're Australian. Call it Cluedo.
So, hello,
The
Rufus.
movie was called Clue though. Yeah, so
No, the
movie was-
British name is Cluedo. So and you're
Yeah.
Australian. You gotta call it Cluedo.
I forget whether we had Clue or Cluedo. I think it might have just been called Clue.
See-
Yeah.
See, Australia is a unique one though because they threw away the monarchy.
That's true.
No, we're still part of the Commonwealth though.
You are still part of the Commonwealth. That's true.
Yeah, we're not like America. We didn't get rid of the.
I
Get
do
rid of
believe
the Queen.
Canada calls it Clue as well. Yes.
Canada, yeah,
we
they
do.
call
I
it
think
Clue. Yeah.
I think that's the American influence.
Yeah, in Malaysia it was sold as Cluedo, so that's why I've been saying Cluedo this whole time.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
we get the British name.
Who originally
What's
made the game?
British name?
I think it's because it's Parker Brothers. I'm pretty sure it's actually American.
So then
Yeah, I know.
the actual
you
correct name is
change
Clue.
just to be different.
Yeah. It's kind of like like Where's Wally and Where's Waldo. It's they added Do at the end of that as too. It's just like Wally and Waldo. Why change it?
I've only ever heard of Where's Waldo. I didn't know that there was a variant of that one.
Is Where's Wally only Australian or is that? I think that's British too. They have Wally.
Yeah, I think British uses Wally.
Huh.
I've seen both.
I wonder if there was. I wonder like what the thought process is. It's like Wally's not marketable enough for them for America.
Let's go with Waldo, eh?
Yeah.
Waldo
Wally
is
was
a more British
changed-
name.
To Waldo for the North American releases.
Wally's a bit silly of a name, innit? So we gotta go with Waldo, innit?
Yeah, I love those books as a kid. Those were great. They told whole stories with the pictures. Like you look
Yeah,
around. And, like,
Yeah. Oh yeah, I
All things
love
happening.
those books.
No, where's Waldo book
I
is always
Spy
fun and
Are good too. I like the I Spy ones too.
I Spy, yeah. I remember that.
Those were fun.
Yep.
Like whenever like a new I Spy book would come out in the library, it would be borrowed out so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It was like it's a battle to get the first borrow of the I Spy books.
The moment a new one comes out of the library, is like gone.
It's gone, yeah, it's gone.
And then you know it's an I Spy book, so you want to make sure you get it first because you don't want to see doodles coming out as you borrow it.
Like, no, it's true. Yeah, you don't want to see kids like just circling the.
The answer is and all that.
Yeah.
True.
I had I
Yeah.
Spy. I didn't. What was I Spy?
I Spy
same
is
thing as
yeah,
Waldo.
it's like Wells Waldo.
Okay.
But like instead of finding Waldo, it's just finding
Items.
a
That's
bunch of items.
a list. There's a list of items,
Yeah.
and then you try to find them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I remember sometimes like I would get it from a used bookstore or a library and open it up. I was like, well, all the answers there. Forget about it.
Oh yeah.
Because people already like circled. Oh, this is one. It's like,
That's so mean when you get
It's
like
really-
a library book and you like circle the answers.
It is
Yeah.
kind of mean. It's true.
It is,
But
it
like
is
if
mean.
you own the book, right? Then
Yep.
you would.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, like, yeah.
It's like playing a game on someone else's save file.
That's true. Yeah. It's pretty much exactly what it is, isn't it? It's just
Yeah,
playing
it
a
is.
game with someone else's save
Yeah.
file.
This
There's
guy
no
already
like
beat this game. I can't.
there's
do
no replayability with those I Spy books. However,
nope.
like the thing is though, if you leave it and you forget it for long enough and you come back to it, you'd be like, hey, I don't remember this. Maybe.
yeah. You might.
Did you
Yeah. I'm pretty sure if I went through
Oh my God,
Where's
it's so
Wally now, like I would not remember where Wally is.
did you guys have those children's travel books with the magic magic marker thing?
That sounds familiar.
like the magic marker, as in it's like a clear marker, but like it's made to reveal like text in the book.
Oh yes, I remember now. Yes.
Yeah, and like I can't remember what they were called, but I remember whenever we had like a long road trip as a kid, my mom would buy a handful of those books for me and my sisters to like
keep yourself busy at the back.
Yeah, exactly. And I used to love those books. There was like a sports, like a baseball game in there that I really liked, but there was a lot. There was like each book had like a variety of different games. I just thought of that because that's like one of those things where there's no replayability, because once you've done like that page, it's done. You can never do it again.
Yep. Because you already know where everything is, and you know, because you literally have to write on the book.
Though talking about it now, I'm getting like such a feeling of nostalgia that I actually kind of want to buy one of those books. It's like I'm a big boy now. I could spend the $3 to get one of those books.
Yeah.
We're gonna look this up. I wonder what they were called.
I'm a big boy now.
I'm a big boy. I can buy the book if I want to buy the book. Invisible Ink Activity Book. That's what they were.
Yes.
I could get a pack of 3 for $16. I don't care that it says it's for kids.
So Thundercharge says, I used to play the CD-ROM computer game of I Spy. Yeah, I remember those as well. Those were fun. But the one that I used to play as a kid was Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego.
Oh yeah.
Now, being a child of 7-8 years old and in Malaysia, I never know where Carmen Sandiego is.
Oh yeah, did you play like the PC version of it?
Yeah, the PC version of it.
Yeah, I got lost all the time. By the way, I posted a link of what the thing I was talking about is.
Yeah.
Like the
yes
Carmen
and
Sandiego theme like went much harder than it had to go. Like, you guys remember that theme?
Yeah, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Wait, what happened? Oh god,
I've never seen these invisible ink things.
it's really pretty awesome.
Oh no, when I was a kid, these were my jam.
When I was a young boy.
You know, when I was a kid, I
I
tried
love
so
how it
hard.
says like ages 10 to 110.
110.
Like, look, dude, you don't have to patronize me. I know I'm a 36-year-old buying a children's book, okay?
No, to be fair, when I was a kid, these invisible ink games they're just mostly wordplay and hangman and stuff like that. But not now. I'm seeing this stuff like bingo and Sudoku and lineup. What's lineup? And Sudoku.
I know.
I mean, yeah, but it's like
Although that being said, I the yes and no thing is not happening, because I just went to the Canadian Amazon and it has one and it's $67. I'm like, the nostalgia's not worth that.
The nostalgia's not worth it.
No.
wait, why is it so expensive? Like, what the heck?
I think it's because like they're not selling it first party in Canada, so it's just like some random person that happens to have one that's selling a single one. I would have to like find like a retailer that sells them or whatnot.
I see.
But yeah, this is. I wonder if they're out of print or something. I don't know.
Maybe. I remember, like, as a kid, I would try, like, I was into Magic Eye books, but I could never get them to work.
Oh,
Like,
Magic Eye books, the one where you have to stare at the image and all that, right?
Yeah. Like, I'd occasionally get it sometimes, but, like, it was so hard for me to
Basically,
see those
Rafun's like,
things.
my brain's not wired that way, sorry.
Why are you doing that for?
I wanted to see it, though. Like, sometimes I'd see, like, a glimpse things, and I'd be like, yes, I got it. And then I'd just be, like, staring at something else for, like, 10 minutes and not be able to do it.
Got it! I got it, father! I got it! Sorry, no. Sorry.
You know what? Maybe putting that beam, like a light beam at the end of this will be like really good as well.
You know you need a
Wait, we're
beam from
fine.
your eyes, right?
Say what?
Sorry, Hardy?
Oh no, sorry. I was just gonna ask, like, wait, Refunk, those magic eye books, are those like the ones that, like, you almost had to like
Squint?
go cross-eyed?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you
that's the one.
unfocus your eyes or something. Like I think the trick was like you put it up close to your nose and then sort of take it away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like sometimes they'd have like the 2-dot handicap where like the idea was that you had to wait until your eyes merged the 2 dots together and then you'd be able to see the image.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I used to think I was giving myself brain damage doing those books.
Probably.
But I was so
probably
desperate. It probably was, yeah.
I was so desperate.
Yeah. And
I
those things
felt like I was stepping. Yeah, I felt like I was stepping into a magical realm. I was like, I want to be part of this.
it's crazy. Like
Aw.
you look at the image and it's just like it's not like just the image itself is nuts. It's just like a bunch of like noise, and then
Yep.
it somehow works. So you're like how does that work?
What they do,
Wild stuff.
what they do is that they actually have like the drawings underneath the noise, but the drawings are basically in between like little pixels of the noises. That's how you can actually see it once you actually focus your eyes into it. Hey Jay Striker, welcome to the stream. It has been a long while.
But it also makes it like 3D too, which is cool.
Yes. I still do it sometimes. Like when I'm like
I've seen one of
zoning
those
out,
ones,
I'll see if I
I
can
could
like
never-
get into the vibe.
I could never see those, and I wonder if it's because of my eyes. Like, I wonder if it's the eye thing.
Oh, it's
Could
possible.
be. Yeah.
Yeah, possible.
I mean, my eyes
No.
are fine. And I had a hard time seeing them. So
Though
I did struggle as well.
that just reminds me of Mallrats, because there's this. I don't know if you guys see the movie Mallrats. it's
big
a
eyes.
Kevin Smith movie, and there's this one character, Bulk, who spent the whole movie standing in front of one of those images, one of those pictures, trying to see the picture the whole time. He was just standing there staring for the whole movie. He was as things was happening around him, he's just standing there trying to see the picture.
Yeah.
And
That
like-
was me
he's like so-
at a video game store.
He's like staring there looking. He's like, he's having such a hard time. And like some kid like walks by. He's like, oh, it's a yacht. And he's like,
it's a schooner. It's like yeah, I remember that one scene where like a kid passed by. It was like a school trip kid or something. Passed by and then go like, "Oh, it's a schooner!" And then he just
instantly sees it.
yeah, and then no, he just turned around and said, "Ha! You're wrong. It's supposed to be a sailboat." And then they were like, "A schooner is a sailboat." But then, and then even Stan Lee, because Stan Lee had a guest cameo in that movie. As Stan Lee was leaving the mall, he just passed by like, "Oh, a schooner." And at the end of it,
Yeah.
at the end of the movie, Bulk actually like went crazy and like tore the picture apart, because he was like, "Why can't I see the sailboat?" And he just like starts tearing the picture apart. And then the narration at the end of the movie going is like, Bulk finally sees the sailboat eventually, and then he goes like, "Really?" He looks at the camera and goes, "Really?" Mallrats was such a good movie. Such a
It was
fun
back when
movie.
Kevin Smith was funny.
Yep. When he had some good ideas. Before
Has he done anything?
He-Man.
He did He-Man. It was terrible.
Oh,
He-
sorry to hear that.
He did-
He-Man remake?
Yeah, the He-Man remake
yeah.
that was actually produced by him.
Like parts of it were decent, but like overall it was not really great plot wise, character wise.
Yeah, I mean, I think he wrote the thing. He didn't direct it, but he wrote the thing, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I believe he wrote it, or at least co-wrote it.
Yeah. But yeah, That was a great scene inside Mallrats. Mallrats was such a funny movie, though. I love that movie. I was obsessed with that movie because of Stan Lee. That kind of humor slays me.
It was like very sort of like it was like a very new sort of, I don't know, style of like humor. Like Kevin Smith did like influence things a bit.
Yep, a lot actually.
Like
He
Clerks
influenced
and Mallrats and stuff.
Yep, he influenced the I guess the youth of like the filmmakers of that of almost no, well, not today. I guess the generation before the new one today is like they, you know, a lot of them is influenced by like Chasing Amy, Mallrats, humor, that kind of style, that cynical, the cynical humor that of course Kevin Smith wasn't the first one to do cynical humor, but he has like a different kind of way of cynical humor that was like kind of unique that a lot of people try to emulate.
It was also like with Mallrats, like you could tell they're into like it felt like the first kinds of like movie where you could tell like they were sincerely into like nerdy stuff, like comic books and stuff like that. It wasn't just like you know, it was like they were little. You could tell they're legitimately into that stuff.
They like
about it.
Like they really like comics and nerdy stuff. It's not just like pandering. It's not pandering.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, well, I was in high school, I think, when I saw Mallrats. I was obsessed with that movie because my dad had bought that movie because my dad also is a big comic fan as well. He used to collect comics when he was younger.
Mm-hmm.
So when Mallrats had Stan Lee, him being a Stan Lee fan himself, he bought the Mallrats Laserdisc. Yes, Laserdisc. And I was so obsessed with that movie that I watched it almost every day, every moment that I can.
Somehow I knew you'd have that on Laserdisc when you started talking.
do you remember Beta?
Yes, I do remember Betamax.
I didn't have one myself, but my friend had one, and he like showed me Star Wars on it. He's like, look at how good quality this is.
It
was generally better than VHS.
Yeah, but
it didn't have the commercial success, but it was the higher quality.
I think it didn't take off because Beta is quite hard to replicate, so a lot of people were using VHS to replicate videos.
Yeah, a lot of people would record like what they saw on TV and whatnot.
Yep, like because it's easier to record on VHS than Beta, if I'm not wrong.
Right.
I had Betamax.
I think they used Beta at like TV stations and things, though. I think they used it correctly.
Yep, they did.
What is Beta?
Betamax is a type of video format.
It's like VHS.
Like VHS,
yeah.
Like a tape.
Yeah. Basically, you know how there was HD, DVD, and Blu-ray both at the same time?
Yep.
VCR, VHS, and Betamax were kind of like the competitors at the same time, both buying for the same market.
Now, have you seen Cowboy Bebop?
Actually, I haven't.
Okay, no problem. Because there was one episode in there where Spike found a Betamax tape.
Oh wow!
And they were like going all over the galaxy trying to find a way to play that Betamax tape.
That's awesome. But yeah, I remember like whenever like there was like a movie that we really wanted, and it was set ahead of time. Like this will be airing at this time on TV. Like we would always record it.
Yeah.
So we had like a huge live. To be fair, we also bought a lot of movies.
That's
too.
illegal.
We had, like,
See, that's the thing, right? Because VHS, right? VCRs,
Actually,
I mean
technically,
VCRs.
no.
Yeah, exactly. It's not exactly illegal because you're just
Yeah.
recording what you're seeing on TV. It's
Yeah,
illegal
because
if you
the-
sell it. If it's illegal if you sell it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's true.
they went to court over that, and the court ruled that VHS recording for personal use wasn't illegal.
Yep.
So
Good.
So anyway, yeah, that's the other thing about VHS. Why VCR won? Because it's easier
Yeah.
to program recordings for VCRs than Betamax.
yeah, the argument that ultimately won the case was that it was just time delayed viewing
Mhm.
of what
Yeah,
you were
yeah,
gonna
that's
view anyways.
Yep.
So yeah. Although that being said, oops, did someone?
Someone left and came back in. I think that's Tyranny.
Oh, okay.
That being said, there was like a lot of debate about that when it came to TV shows at the time, because while it wasn't illegal, there was an argument that it did hurt the show because
People were not watching it live. They were watching it
and
later
if you
on.
don't watch it live, you skip the commercials.
Yep. And also
Yeah,
there's the
so-
fact that
Through them.
there's the fact that the ratings go down when you don't watch it
Yes.
real time.
And like
Well, I didn't.
and like
I didn't even know about that,
sci-fi, they
'cause-
would argue, like because sci-fi users tended to be more tech savvy,
Yep.
the ratings weren't as good because a lot of people would record it for later.
Yep.
For TV ratings, they used to give out boxes to like a
Certain
number of
houses.
people.
Yeah, certain houses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it would
Well,
just
the
like
actual-
tell when you're watching something. And I'm not sure if you had a VHS thing on, then
No, because
Well,
the
the way
VHS
that
is
they did
on.
it-
The VHS is on,
Yeah.
but not the TV. The TV needs to be on for the box to count.
Well,
Watching the
what
channel.
they would do is they would give two separate ratings. They would give
The-
the regular rating and then the rating plus VHS. Like rating plus recordings, and the rating plus recordings wasn't seen as good of a metric because like advertisers weren't swayed by that to give like
Yeah.
better rates.
Nielsen
So
boxes. This was,
yeah.
yeah.
So like I remember like I was a big fan of Stargate, and Stargate's ratings
We're not good.
were always and the argument would always be because it was more of a tech savvy argument. There was a lot of people that were recording it for later.
Yep. Yeah, which is the same argument that people gave with Star Trek as well.
Yes.
They also had like even like audio tape had to go through a lot of stuff. Like there were better formats. There's like digital audio tape and stuff, but it never took off because of rights management issues and like companies like causing like legal issues for the format.
Yeah.
But like audio
I didn't
tape,
know that was how TV ratings work. Yeah, that's basically how TV ratings used to work. I don't know about nowadays
Yeah.
because
Nowadays,
nowadays
I think it's different.
yeah, because now
Yeah.
thanks to digital ways to track people watching TVs and all that, it's more accurate, but nobody's really watching TV as well. So yeah, no.
And
They still
then
have
you
Nielsen
things
boxes, right?
like,
Because digital TV still exists. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
well, then you have things like Netflix, and Netflix doesn't publish how it determines its metrics.
Yes, that's the
Like
thing.
they released that Squid Game is like the most
highest rated.
the most-
yeah.
thing that Netflix has ever done, and you kind of have to take their word for it because there's no external data that can exist to
Yep.
refute that because
Yeah.
they control the platform,
Yeah.
like they control both ends of the platform, so
Also,
they monopolize all the data.
Yep.
like you'd imagine they're showing like the advertisers' data. You'd imagine they'd be showing them. Oh wait, they don't have.
Well, that's the thing.
advertisers,
Like
right?
they don't have advertisers, so they don't have anyone they have to show the data
Yeah, that's
to.
a good
It's
point.
all
Exactly.
for them. It's all about like subscriber retention / growth.
Yep.
So they have metrics to try and determine what the likelihood is that, like, what subscribers are going in for, and like, what is likely to retain them, what is likely to attract new subscribers.
Yeah.
By the way, dear viewers who are watching this is actually generally what we talk about when we're alone without streaming.
Yes.
Think about Nielsen boxes and subscriber data.
This
We
is
just talk about
literally
random things.
this is literally our late night, just random people popping into chat conversation.
hanging out conversation.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So like if you ever wonder what VTubers get to when we're alone or like just without
Oh my God,
streaming,
it's horrible.
this is exactly what we get to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
Like-
which is fine.
Yeah, we're not boring, I promise. Like sometimes like, you know, somebody would be working or playing a game and they'd be sharing screen and we'd just be talking about random stuff as the, you know, whatever suits our fancy. That yeah, that's pretty much what our streams are. What our like, you know,
Conversations.
non-streaming
yeah.
times are.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just so people know, that's how virtual people work.
Yeah, we are
We're very
you know,
down to earth people.
we're very down to earth. We are the most boring people on earth when we're not streaming.
Thunder Charge says, "Do more of these. I love it. Thank you, Thunder."
Now, we're so down to earth, I'm already dead. I'm in the earth.
Oh no! What?
Well,
No,
he did get isekai,
Yeah,
right? He got hit by
exactly.
Truck so technically speaking, he is dead. Yeah,
Technically speaking, yes.
I
he
just
got reincarnated into a superhero.
exactly.
Yeah. You should have gotten reincarnated into a slime. Those
I
can
wish
do anything.
I wish I had control over that.
Yeah.
Because
Actually,
Then,
it is
have
rich guy,
either of you
easier.
watched the anime yet?
no, because when I was reincarnated as a superhero, yes, I've watched the anime, but I also was like, I don't want to copy that guy.
I mean, not the reincarnated into a slime, but like, episode 3 episodes of Yuru Camp.
Oh, not yet. That
Oh.
is, I'm gonna watch it before the stream tomorrow for sure.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Yep.
Just in case you don't remember, it's tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Me and Pending was like earlier in the stream. We were like talking about it just now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, when I wasn't there, I see. Okay.
I mean, we were just talking about how tomorrow we're gonna have that stream. That's all. That's what I meant.
I see.
We were
Yeah, I'm not
talking.
left out at all.
We're not leaving you out at all. We're just talking about like,
Yeah. Again, this is what we're like when we're off stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is not much difference.
These kind of
from-
talks are so
from-
comfy and interesting. Thanks, Thunder Charge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Asu, I got a show recommendation for you.
Okay. Inside
There's a
job.
new
Inside job.
Hey, what? You seem to be-
I've seen it. Yeah.
What is Inside Job?
The one I was telling you about, the conspiracy one.
What you talking about?
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah, I was talking about it earlier. Yeah.
You already saw it?
I saw like the first 5 minutes of it. It is
Okay.
totally out my alley.
You'll soon
Yeah, Alex Hutchins is
learn
working
to
on it.
realize, Rafunk, that Asu watches a lot of things.
Yo, I finished watching it, so I was ahead of him.
Yeah, no, he was
By the
definitely ahead of
way-
me.
I'm not gonna watch it, but
Mm-hmm.
like, has anyone watched Squid Game?
Not yet.
Oh, so
I watched like the first 3 episodes and the last episode.
I watched the first episode of it.
I made my community watch the whole thing.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
Okay, so Yui. Does it get more gory than the first episode? Because the first episode was a manageable amount of gore, but I am worried about how gory it gets.
It gets a lot of heartstrings being pulled, and it does get a bit. No, not really. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean,
I actually wanted to ask you guys, like, between us, not on stream, to
Dramatic.
watch Squid Game together if you guys want and all that.
Unfortunately, I think the hype just got too big. I'm like totally turned off from it.
No, I understand that because
Understandable.
I'm in the same boat as you, Harune. I actually like, was like, not really super interested because of how big the hype was. But at the same time, it being a death game story kind of speaks to me as well because I like watching death game stories. Because
Yeah, I saw, like-
most of the time because of like you gotta use your wit to escape the certain
Which
scenarios.
actually, surprisingly, I'm not into the death game type of stories. That's one reason why I'm not watching it, is because that's not the genre that I'm into.
Which is
I saw like
understandable as
the
well.
first 3 episodes, and I was kind of like, man, like I thought it was okay. And then I saw the last episode, which I think is the 6th one, and I was like, oh, this is pretty good. This is. I feel like it builds.
Wait, you watched it out of order?
Yeah, he watched the first 3 episodes and skipped all the way to the last episode.
I watched the first 3 with Yui, and then like I missed her like watching the last ones, and then someone else was watching the last episode in VC, and I just happened to come in. I was like, yeah, watch this.
I mean, to be fair, I watched the first Harry Potter movie and then the last Harry Potter movie and nothing in between.
That is exactly what I did with the books. I tried reading, so I never tried reading it from the beginning. I just read the first 3 or 4 chapters of Goblet of Fire. Could never finish it. Read the last book and went, oh, that was pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Why would you even pick up the last book?
Because I watched the first half of the last, like, because you know how like the last book was done in 2 parts. So I watched the first movie part, and then I was like, well, I don't want to wait until the second movie comes out to know how it ends. So I just decided to read the book, which is so much better, by the way. But.
Yeah, I've been debating about reading the books, but the thing is, I'm super lazy, and I think if I was gonna do it, I'd rather get the audio tapes. But like, well, here's the thing. Like, I have to work a lot and stuff. And if I have an audio tape, then I can work and listen.
I gotta say that, you know, with Harane going like, I only read the first book, and then I go into the last book, and then Pending goes like, if I take
the first book, it was the Goblet of Fire.
Goblet of Fire.
That was the 4th, yeah.
Yeah, the 4th book.
What did you watch? Okay, why'd you watch the first part of the last movie?
No. I'm like thinking Harane saying, she read the 4th book and then the last book, and then Pending going like, I'll get the audiobook, and she goes, Pending? It's like, you skipped a bunch of books yourself. Yeah, exactly. You skipped a bunch of books yourself.
Sacrilege, Pending. What I did fine. What you're doing
what's wrong with audiobooks?
The first 4 books are the best books. Like the first 4 parts are the best parts of Harry Potter, and you skipped over.
That's what I've been told. Like the first 4 are arguably the best, and I was like, I couldn't get past the 4th chapter. And I know this because I put a bookmark in where I left off, thinking like one day I'll pick it up again. And years later, I picked it up again. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna try this again now. And then I started from the beginning and stopped at the bookmark. I said, I can't get past this. And then 2 years later, I tried again, and I still
reading the 4th book.
Bookmark.
It's a bookmark of sadness.
The 4th book, though. Why are you starting at the 4th book?
Okay, I gotta actually say though, not Goblet of Fire. Yeah, I read the first. The Goblet of Fire came out. I read the first 3 books when when the first movie came out, and then I was like, okay, it's a kid's book. You can see it's a kid's book, but it was interesting. And then I bought Goblet of Fire. I was like, oh, it's picking up. That's cool. Then I bought Order of Phoenix, and I'm like, well, I'm done with the series.
Oh.
Because Order of the Phoenix was just too much of it felt like too much of J.K. Rowling just pandering to the audience. Yeah.
Like I think that was kind of the plan, was to have like it get more like, it starts off when they're younger, and then the story will sort of skew younger, and then as it gets older, it gets more like mature. But
it's not even a teen drama.
Just didn't work very well.
It's not even a teen drama I have a problem with. It's because Rowling is very involved with knowing what the community wants and all that online. Yes. I mean, and it's to the point that when
to the point where she gets affected by the community.
Exactly, and it's very showing inside Order of the Phoenix how much she's pandering to the community. And I'm like,
I thought the last book was really good though. So if you just want to skip.
Yeah.
If you just want to read the last book, I highly recommend it. I enjoyed it.
You don't even.
I'm already endorsing reading the last book and nothing else.
I
watch the
No.
movies. It's fine. Just watch
No,
the
I love how
movies.
exasperated Rafunk is over Harry Potter right now.
I've read those books. I read those books like 4 times over. When I was a kid,
Oh, man.
when I was young.
This is
You know what?
actually
Fast
no
forward.
Harane. This is the royal decreed book in Rafunk's kingdom. It's like,
Yeah.
So let me say
Kingdom
something.
Bible.
Let me say something that would probably make Rafunk even angrier.
what agree?
Why?
As much as I like Harry Potter, I think most of my knowledge of the
From the movies.
No.
I think it's-
Even
okay,
worse.
okay. Oh
Even
no,
worse.
from
Can I
fanfics.
guess? Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like most of my knowledge past the Goblet of Fire, was from fanfiction.
Fanfiction.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Sorry, Rafunk.
Rafunk's just like blasphemy. All these people are blasphemous.
Sorry,
No, I gotta say, Rafunk, I did read the books though, but I just can't
I know that
after
was really
Order the
cool.
Phoenix. I just had to stop because of how much she's just
Yeah.
pandering to the audience and all
I
that.
don't mind. Like, it did get like. Yeah, I stopped. I was less interested at that point. I was also getting older at that point too. I don't know if that was part of it, but
I mean,
I was like
her
the same
audience
age
was
as Harry
getting
with
older,
the first
yeah.
one.
The idea, her idea was that as the audience, as the readers getting older, like they're supposed, the book is supposed to like reflect that, but I don't think she understood how to do that right.
And she took way too long. If that was a plan as well, she started taking way too long.
Yeah, I think like Order of Phoenix and Goblet of Fire was like what, 3 years apart, if I'm not wrong. Like,
By the way, just as an aside, a friend of mine, I can't share it, but a friend of mine sent like a picture of like his 3-year-old kid skating,
mhm.
and it's so adorable.
Aww.
Just like the little kid in like full hockey gear, just slowly like getting towards the stat.
I think Asu, for your
Yep.
animation, do
Mhm.
you want to make it loopable?
No, I'm not trying to make it lovable.
Because like it would be easy to do.
Yeah.
You just like after you flash your hand through, you just disappear from the screen and
Yep.
disappear back in the front, right?
Yep. I mean that has crossed my mind, but I'm not looking to make it loopable because this is my intros. I'm thinking like multiple scenes as well, like like it starts from here and then it goes to like a live 2D loop, is what I was thinking.
Okay. That's okay. Cool. Well,
Nice.
with the live 2D.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
it's gonna be
pending.
like the live 2D that I had with my current opening. You know, the simple, the like
Right.
the fist clenching one. It's gonna be something like that, something close to that.
Sense makes sense.
I
But
think
yeah.
before I forget, because you were talking earlier about how you would like to hear more about alien conspiracy theories and not so much about governmental conspiracy theories.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There is a podcast that I've been listening to for maybe over a year now. It's still ongoing. I think I've talked about it before, but it's called Chilluminati.
Illuminati.
Like chill.
Chilluminati.
Kill
Yeah,
Illuminati.
Oh, so it's like a chill look at like alien conspiracy theories and stuff.
Yes. So
That sounds
there's
really
3
fun.
hosts. Yeah, and like the one guy is a firm believer in all alien conspiracies. One is
In all of
just sort
them?
like a long no,
Even the ones that
one
contradict each
sort
other?
of- I think he like talks around it. Like he's like, oh well, you know, with enough noodling, you could make it work.
On Earth 1,
And
yeah,
there's
this is
one
how
with
it
a
works, but
hard
in the other
skeptic.
dimension Earth. Like,
No, that's exactly he talks about dimensions.
Oh man.
There is a subterranean species of aliens that lives like at the core of the Earth instead of hot
Oh.
magma. It's super
Yes.
like entertaining.
I honestly think
So if you want,
like subterranean like creatures make more sense than
Then
like,
aliens. Then aliens.
'cause-
My thing is
Like-
like if there was subterranean creatures, I feel like we would be able to detect them.
By now.
Oh yeah, for sure. But the thing about like aliens from space is, by the time like they're advanced enough to actually be able to travel, like and mitigate all the issues with interstellar travel, like we're gonna be like monkeys compared to them, which is not gonna be interesting.
Oh wow! Jesse Cox is in this podcast.
Yep. He's the hard skeptic. Yeah.
Oh,
man.
that's
I
amazing.
know him.
Yeah, Jesse
Actually,
Cox.
it's funny. Yeah, it's funny because he came up recently too. Because Suiren was recommending a Final Fantasy
Final Fantasy.
14.
Yeah.
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 Oh, he
preview with him.
he also does a Star Wars podcast. Like it's called Star Wars New Canon Book Club with another co-host from Chilluminati, Alex Faciane. And then another one of their friends, but they haven't uploaded that one in a while. But yeah, he does a lot.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, I am going to end the stream right here because it's already 12:30, and in half an hour I'll be in our Gamma stream for script reading. So yeah.
Yeah.
With Pending as well. Pending's gonna be there as well. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming, and thank you for hanging out with me, friends. And I hope you all.
Thank you for hosting us.
And I hope you guys stay good, stay healthy. Don't forget to hydrate whenever you can, and of course to always enjoy the future, citizens. We will try to get this animation done sometime in the future, but not right now. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you around. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye.